Generative artificial intelligence, Gen AI, is fast becoming part of people's daily routine, especially children's routine in India. But a deep misconception about the technology actually does is spreading just as quickly. Now, Bharat survey for EdTech 2025, released by, in fact, the Central Square Foundation, has shown that 35% kids who use EdTech are using Gen AI tools. Now, what are these Gen AI tools? And they have also said that Gen AI tools for learning, even as nearly as 3/4 of Gen AI aware children wrongly believe that these tools are simply internet search engines. The survey was conducted between July 2025 and January 2026, covering 12,500 households and 2,500 teachers across 10 states. Yet, the understanding lags sharply behind the usage. While 85% of Gen AI aware children said they understood how it works, 72% equated it with a search application, blurring the line between the probabilistic AI generated responses and verified online information. The report showed that children were primarily using Gen AI for school linked activities, with 73% relying on it for doubt solving practice, 48% for learning new skills or language translation, and 32% for test preparations. Now, the main attractions are easy to understand. Explanations, 45% said that they are using it for explanations. Quick responses that save time, 41%. Interactive formats, 40%. These are the features that make Gen AI especially appealing in homes where adult academic support is quite limited. But the fact remains, ladies and gentlemen, that the basic understanding, and we are talking about AI using the chat GPTs of the world, is lacking as far as children are concerned. Remember, this has also come from chat GPT, which says that India has the highest users of chat GPT, and this has its own problems as well. Let me very quickly go across to Dr. Swati Popat-Watts, President at the Podar Education Network. She's joining us at this moment. Ma'am, thank you for speaking to us. Can I begin by understanding this? Because AI is the buzzword that everybody is talking about. I just want to understand from you, what do you make of this research where all these children, it clearly shows that majority of them are using these tools without proper and full understanding of what these tools do and how they work. They are thinking of this as search engines.
Absolutely, Ankitji. Thank you, first of all, for this wonderful survey and sharing it with the viewers. This is a cause of concern because somewhere we have not introduced children to the world of AI, and AI has just creeped up around them. So if you see Alexa, Siri, they all came around children without us introducing how and what about AI. Also, if you see the word artificial intelligence, it's very important that we first focus on human intelligence before exposing children to artificial intelligence. I think that word also is wrong, artificial intelligence. It should be assistant, because when you say intelligence, a child feels I can use this instead of my intelligence. So I think very importantly, we need to introduce and educate children about what is artificial intelligence, how should you be using it, when should you be using it, and how to verify artificial intelligence. And for this, what we have done is we have come out with 3 tools. Number one, a poem for children to understand AI, a pledge for children to take that when I use AI, I will follow these rules. And number 3, very importantly, in our national education policy, there is something called Panchadi, which is the 5 steps of learning. If these 5 steps are kept in mind when teaching children about AI, there will be no confusion in children's mind about how and when to use AI.
Do you think unchecked it also creates problems of your basic development in cognitive functioning, of learning, of understanding the basics rather than relying too much on these AI tools?
Absolutely, because when we tell children that AI is superior and you can use AI for everything, so children will stop using their own logic, their own assessment skills, their own verification skills, which is part of the human intelligence, and they will just blindly start following AI. And most important word here is verification. We
Yes.
need to teach young children how to verify anything that they get on AI. When I train young children, I ask them to look at the line written at the end of the chat GPT or whatever they are using. It
Right.
says this can also make mistakes or errors. Please check. And
Right.
this is where we have to take children away from blind belief and take them into understanding that this is
Okay.
just an assistant. It's not going
Absolutely.
to replace your intelligence, it's going to help you.
And that's the bottom line that people need to understand. These are assistive tools to make your
Yes.
functioning smoother, faster, more efficient, but it just are not the tools to replace your own intelligence, your reasoning, and your logical thinking. Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank
Poddar,
you.
for joining me at this moment on the broadcast.